Street. Tonight, another wild day on Wall Street. The Dow with its largest point swing ever in one day, from 1,700 points down, then swinging up more than 2,500 points, and then back, ending the day down nearly 350 points. All of this driven by President Trump's tariffs and growing uncertainty about whether there could be any off-ramp. Investors and millions of nervous Americans over higher prices and shrinking 401ks, waiting to hear if President Trump would pause or rethink the strategy. Our Mary Bruce asking the president.
Would you fall into the markets today, and would you be open to a pause in tariffs to allow for negotiations?
Well, we're not looking at that. We have many countries that are coming to negotiate deals with us, and they're going to be fair deals. And
So far, the White House only talking about Japan, engaged in any kind of active negotiation. The president posting on social media he spoke with Japan, and then brought it up in the Oval Office as progress.
And I said, one thing, you're going to have to open up your country, because we sold no cars, like 0 cars in Japan, and they sold millions of cars into our country.
But Japan is just one of many countries slapped with steep tariffs by the president. And tonight, President Trump appears to be willing to escalate this trade war with China. Trump hitting China with an additional 34% tariff. And then China retaliating with 34% tariffs of their own. President Trump tonight says China has until tomorrow. If China does not withdraw that tariff, the U.S. will increase tariffs on China by another 50%, bringing the tariffs on China effectively to more than 100%. The market hanging on the president's every word. This is a snapshot of the Dow since President Trump's inauguration, after dropping more than 15% since its record high, putting it into correction territory. Today, the Dow with dramatic swings when trading began dropping significantly, then sharply rising after a false post on social media gave investors hope that the president was considering a 90-day pause, only to sink again when the White House said the post was not true. And tonight, a hedge fund billionaire and vocal Trump backer during the election now saying this isn't what we voted for. Hedge fund manager Bill Ackman is urging the president to call a timeout, warning, we are heading for a self-induced economic nuclear winter, and we should start hunkering down, may cooler heads prevail. And JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon warning in his annual letter to shareholders, the recent tariffs will likely increase inflation and are causing many to consider a greater probability of a recession. His firm already raising the risk of recession to 60%.
If this continues on the path it is, without any pause or any kind of a negotiation, we are going to see this, and the implications could be major.
Americans like retired auto worker Jim Peterson from Michigan worried about their 401ks.
There's nothing I can do. I'm just watching it crater crash. Yeah, it's very alarming.
And now some Republicans in Congress feeling the pressure back home, looking to rein in the president's tariff authority. 7 Republican senators, including the former majority leader Mitch McConnell, signing on to a bipartisan bill that would require the president to notify Congress of new tariffs that Congress would need to approve within 60 days. A similar bill in the House, brought by moderate Nebraska Republican Don Bacon, neither likely to pass, and President Trump saying he would veto it. From farm country to Main Street, Americans on edge. Tony Thompson is a 4th-generation farmer in Iowa.
Putting tariffs on that, like when margins are already tight, we're increasing the stress on us as growers.
Louise and Vance Emke have been farming in western Kansas for over 50 years.
Where are we going? Everybody's asking them.
And David, tonight the Treasury Secretary says that up to 70 countries have approached the Trump administration eager to discuss these tariffs, but says President Trump wants to achieve maximum negotiating leverage, and then he may be willing to talk. David.
Wade Johnson leading us off from Wall Street again tonight with thank you. We turn